Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. First things first, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the button and share and do the things so we can all do the things and let's grow the community. I'm staggering at 1,000 subscribers, so hopefully you can, like I said, tell a friend to subscribe and let's make the channel bigger. Right, this is the first match preview or post-match actually, in the Thomas Tuchel era. I didn't want to do a pre-match because I figured we didn't really know much about what he was going to do, what style of game he was going to play. He had one night with the boys, and I don't think there was much he could install in them. And obviously, like we saw, there was a lot still of like Lampard tactics being played, and yeah. Also, if you want to go back and look at how his formation against or for PSG and Borussia Dortmund are two very different sides, so it's kind of hard to gauge where TT, as I'm going to call him now, where TT could. Where you could see like this Chelsea side being played under him. But we have just gone 0-0 against Wolves. It was an interesting match on our side, so we'll get right into that and let's go. Right, kicking off, we're gonna go with the cons of the game. Starting off with the number one con that again we're still having a problem with is the speed of the transitions between defense and midfield. I noticed that there was less of Rudiger and Thiago Silva trying to hoof the ball in front and hope for something. The way we were playing and pushing it to Kovacic, who then ran in between the gaps and tried to play it and then go to the wing. That looked good. So, but that transition is still a bit slow. There was a moment where this was late in the second half where Wolves were attacking and they lost the ball and Ziyech got the ball, and instead of instantly going forward, he kind of slowed down and passed the ball back, and those gaps were lost and the whole Wolves team was back. Because at the end of the day, that's what they did the whole game. I think it was obvious that Wolves came to Stamford Bridge for a point, and yeah, and they got that point. Moving on to the second con, I think us not firing still. By the 75th minute, we had 4 shots on target. In total we had 4. It was 10 or 12 attempts. With 4 shots on target, which is not bad, but it could be better. I think again, one thing that's missing, and I hope TT is gonna work on that, is how we move through the middle of the park. There's still a bit of a reliance on the wing play, and hopefully that changes. One of the commentators says the hard work starts tomorrow. So yeah, another con is the fact that Giroud was out of the game because of the style and the way we were moving forward. Although it was great for Ziyech to come in and play through the middle, and you had Kai Havertz running up and down, finding his kind of spaces and making those little passes, as we know him from Bayer Leverkusen. It was just, I felt like a lot of the emphasis was in and around, but not targeted at Giroud. And obviously we know Giroud is one of the greatest target men in football and in its history. So it was just another issue with how we were moving forward. But other than that, the team looked good. They looked solid. Obviously, everyone's trying to impress the new boss, so people are putting in 110%. And we're gonna move on to the pros because that's the only con. Right. Moving on to the pros. Whew, okay, where to begin? I think the biggest pro is the shift in formation. I think the 2 holding with Kovacic and Jorginho worked so well. So the way the movement of play, although it was definitely very focused on defense, I thought it just worked so well, and that the defenders being protected by the two just in front of them worked perfectly, and we just looked like a team that, you know, whenever Wolves went forward, there wasn't that fear, there wasn't that that bit of shock, like, oh my goodness, like something might happen. It was comfortable. We dealt with everything. I mean, obviously it's football. There was like one or two where like your heart is in your throat, or because also it's Chelsea. But other than that, looked comfortable, looked great, and I was super happy with that. Another pro was Rudiger tonight. Usually when I watch Rudiger play in any match, you see him, I think a lot of the time the reason why he makes so many mistakes is because he's so quick to make like these just crazy decisions, and runs up right onto the back of an attacker, or, you know, he's very impulsive. But I'm not sure if it's the Thiago Silva or TT that reined him in and just told him to just chill out. Because at one point it seemed like we're even playing, excuse me, at one point it looked like we were even playing three at the back, because Ben Chilwell was just sitting up front, you know. So he looked comfortable, he looked great. I hope that this is a sign of the Rudiger that we're gonna see going forward. It's very needed. He's looking good, he's looking comfortable, so I'm very happy with that. I applaud him for his performance tonight. And yes, another pro was our boy Kai Havertz. It wasn't the greatest match. It wasn't a 72 million match. It wasn't like, oh my God, he set the Premier League on fire. But we saw the Kai Havertz that we need. I think a constant Kai Havertz playing like he did today, just a little more accuracy in his passing, a little more aggression, you know, a little more demand for the ball. I think this is the Kai Havertz that we've been waiting for. He's looking good. He had this one burst in the first half where he just shot right through 2-3 defenders. Unfortunately, he clattered into the third defender when he was just about to shoot. But other than that, I don't really, like, he lost the ball once or twice, but I can't really fault him for, because the Wolves were playing so compact, and like, you know, you beat one defender and there was another one right there, so it was kind of hard for him. But you could see that the player that we've been waiting for was right there, and he wanted to prove himself. Again, we don't know if that's because of the new coach or because everyone's trying to impress, but he looked great, so I'm very happy for Kai Havertz, and I hope that we get to see more. And yes, moving on to another one who I thought should have been brought on earlier, Mason Mount. Mason Mount got on that pitch and he demanded that pitch. He showed TT why you don't wait until the 80 whatever minute to put me on. He was running. He just made he made the difference. He was electric. He took on players like it was like a different animal. And Mason Mount, I really thought that Mason Mount would come on and kind of be sloppy, you know, because of everything that's happening off the field with Lampard going. But he just carried on from where he left off. I think by now the Mason Mount slander should stop. I don't understand why there needs to be any slander on Mason Mount. Mason Mount has proven himself. He's proven himself in the English team. He's proven himself in Chelsea. I think he's going to excel under TT. I don't see it being, oh, it was just a Lampard thing. I think he's learned what he needed from Lampard, and now he's going to learn from a more experienced coach, and he's going to push forward. And I'm happy to see that Mason Mount came on and he gave us what he gave, and I hope to see more once TT has figured out what player he wants to play and what formation he wants to go with. Unfortunately, I do think that because TT is going to focus on playing Kai Havertz at the number 10, it might be hard to get Mason Mount in. but I'm sure he will find a way because at the end he played them both. And so I think the change will come more on Ziyech, then it will come on Kai, and we can see them both playing, and we can get the Mason Mount and the Kai Havertz that we need for Chelsea Football Club. Finally, this I left to last because I have to eat humble pie. I have to, I mean, it was one performance, but I have to be honest. I've always not seen what it was about Hudson-Odoi. I've always been negative towards him. I've always had this question like, oh, what does everyone see, and blah blah blah, and I've gone off at him. And today, like, I need to eat humble pie. I need to, honestly, if this is the Hudson-Odoi that we're gonna get, like even 6 times out of 10, he was immense tonight. He was Chelsea's best player by a country mile. He did everything he was asked to do. He played the way he was asked to play. He put in crosses. He beat defenders. He switched wings. I mean, he had a quiet time for about 10 to 15 minutes, but he was still that danger man. He came, he defended. I mean, that last-ditch defense when Wolves attack, and I forgot who, I think it was João Moutinho, who was in on goal, and he came and he picked the ball off him. It just kind of wrapped up his whole evening, and he was close to scoring too with a deflection off the defender. And it was just an unbelievable performance by Cho. And it's been said that TT is a big fan, so it's good to hear that. I hope that he shuts me up every single day. He looked immense tonight. I don't think there's a player on that field that could have touched him this evening, and I hope that we get to see more of that. I'm actually speechless. I did put on my Twitter that I have to eat humble pie. This is what I'm doing right now, and yeah, he was just immense. He looked good, and I hope to see more. And yeah, guys, so first match under TT, nothing major, nothing super exciting. Obviously, I mean, it's been only one practice session, which was last night. Again, the real work starts from tomorrow. I hope that by the weekend, when we face Burnley, I think it is, he has more of an idea of what team he wants to put out, how he wants to play. I mean, another pro that I probably should have put in there is the pressing. We were like amazing when we lost the ball. You had 3-4 players onto the player with the ball, and we won the ball back quickly. It was efficient. It was effortless. It looked good. Our defense wasn't that worried. Thiago Silva looked like it was just another day, a practice match. He looked comfortable. Everyone looked good. So we're hoping for more of that. I think Burnley just beat Aston Villa. So this season is mad. Anyway, they just beat Aston Villa 3-2. So they're on a high. It should be an interesting match. I think it will be more of an open match than the Wolves game. I think we're going to have the ability to run at them more. I think if Kai plays in that number 10 again, he's going to have the ability to run more. I think also that TT's probably going to go with Timo Werner up front, hopefully, but we'll see, and we'll talk about that in the pre-match. So anyway, yeah, guys, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and I will see you guys soon. Peace out.